see you gather before.
Welcome back. We'll go ahead and load up our game.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead.
I love the loading screens when you load a saved game. It is very adult friendly because it reminds you what you were supposed to be doing. It's useful if it's, been a minute since you've, say, picked up the game.
Yes! What? Up and smoke!
Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Smith quest. Well, this is cool.
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
I'll be nice, I guess.
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came.
Or the Fire Nation.
The only smith around, so I got to service the garrison. Bang dents out to plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. The humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks, but I found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
May the sun shine upon you.
Alright. So, this is kind of your first intro to what 90% of your quests are going to be, which is basically using your Witcher senses to find tracks and trails and things, and talking to yourself. You talk to yourself a lot. So on the mini-map here, you've got the little circle of where you're supposed to start, and if you use your Witcher senses, you can see things highlighted in red, and you can go up to them.
Shavings from a tinderbox. Arsonist must have lit his torch here, tossed it on the roof, then fled through the orchard.
I'm also going to go ahead and do a little gathering here, because I know I've got some stuff to make later on. You can see all the little green leaves on your minimap are alchemy ingredients that you can harvest.
Boot prints. A man's. Large.
Yeah, you just talk to yourself for a while. And the good thing is you can just sort of follow the trail. Ooh, a magnifying glass.
Stinks of piss. And vodka.
She has the hiccups. It's very sad. You don't have to hit all of these points either. You
Took off his boots
you can
and
follow
went in the
and
water.
Pick it up.
Probably wanted to cover his trail.
Damn deer, strip the bark off a tree.
Okay,
yeah?
so you can't spend orns directly, but there is a bank later on where you can change them for Nilfgaardian crowns. You can also find florins in chests and bad guys. I will show you guys a trick once we kind of get out into the woods, because you'll often find a whole bunch of like fallen logs, and they almost always have money in them.
I can't decide. Should we draw it or no?
Gotta make soup out of something.
But Tosley said
Something jumped out of the rushes. Drowners. But he managed to escape.
Sure, not so sure. Who knows?
Lost his boots in the rush.
not in your life. I'd rather be ill than disturb a ghost.
It's got some people talking about the bad river water.
Tracks lead back to the village.
I missed one. Yeah, there you are. And as per usual, controls are a little bit twitchy.
Bleeding, but not badly. Surface wound.
There are things that if you miss, you won't be able to get all of your dialogue options, won't be able to get all of your stuff. Oh, this is the dude that we saved.
We meet again.
Thank you for saving me. People say all kinds of things about witches, but I've always known yours to be an honorable guild.
Nice guy.
So you managed to salvage some goods.
Yes, but I await the repair of my wagon. As time passes, my losses grow. Do you need something? I'll let it go half-free.
So yeah, we'll
Let me have a
sell
look at
some
your stock.
because we picked up some junk. Now he's selling some armor that's above our level. Required level is 4, and we're only level 1, so we can't wear this yet. He's got some stuff for Roach, including saddlebags that will increase your inventory, some Gwent cards, and generally speaking, the merchants kind of give you an idea of what they'll buy based on what they sell. What's this? Griffin decoction. Useful, but it's also kind of expensive, and we don't have a whole lot of money. So let's see if we can sell some stuff. Got some white myrtle petals that we can sell him. I'm going to hold on to those because I need them for some of the oils and potions and things. You can sell all of your contracts for a single crown, and letters and things as well, but they also don't add any weight, so I usually just hold on to them because I like having all of the trophies. The reason I picked up the fishing net is because it's 6 crowns. I'm going to sell it. Same with the fishing rod. You'll notice you can't sell the currency directly, but they can be exchanged. I think, yeah, that's all he'll buy. Okay, so we made a little bit of money. I'm not going to buy anything from him right now, but this is where you can get better saddlebags early in the game. That armor is terrible looking, by the way.
Take care.
Okay.
Whoa!
Track down our dude.
Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby. Started poking him,
Oh, look,
asking
for trouble.
when he started twisting and squirming, so wham
In there.
bam, they knocked his head off.
I'll catch it!
Except it was some drowner that had sucked on the Witcher,
The trail ends here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds.
So, the mod I'm using does let me turn on the option to steal indiscriminately, but the basic rule of thumb is you can steal from peasants, don't steal in front of guards. They will report you. I'm gonna take all of this stuff because it is probably the easiest way to make money in the very, very early game. You can also find some useful stuff, like food and water, that'll help you recover your health. But it's mostly drunk. Okay, so let's look at this.
Drowner claw marks. It's gotta be him.
So, with all of these side quests and contracts, generally speaking, you have a couple of choices based on how you want to play Geralt. I will try and explain after the fact why I've chosen certain things without being spoilery, so that if you do end up going through and playing it yourself, you can kind of explore the other options. If I were to do a full, complete walkthrough of every single possible game option, this would be like several hundred hours of video. And ain't nobody got time for that.
Nasty wound. Run into a drowner?
What the fuck do you care?
Whoa, our arsonist's a charmer too. Come on, Smith wants to talk to you.
I not talk to a non-human. Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies, do anything for gold, they will. They forge the blades the black ones put to our throats, am I not right?
Yeah, no sympathy for you, dude.
We can work this out, man to man. I give you gold, you don't turn me in. My mum died a while back and I sold her tools. I've spent some, but what's left is yours.
Yeah, no, this guy's a jerk.
Magpies and dwarves might be greedy, but I'm not. Can't buy me.
Then I'll beat your fucking mug to a pulp!
There it is. You can beat him up, but I like this option better.
Calm down. Now follow me.
Now then, he will stagger his way to the smith. Without your input, you don't have to escort him.
I gotta...
Because escort
Apologize.
quests are terrible.
Gotta go. Apologize. Freak.
And you can just run down here,
It's Durban
sprint down here, and the quest will pick up.
Up and at him.
What's going on?
Here you go. One village pyromaniac in the flesh.
Nap? You! I knew your mum for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis, I beg you! I was drunk! Didn't know what I was doing!
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here. Just a tree.
And all choices have consequences.
Villagers will really love you now.
Well, no, I don't give a flying fuck about them. You know, I hated the black ones at first, like everybody else did. Now I'm thinking they might just bring order to this place. Teach these layabouts some manners. But enough about that. Your reward. And I managed to save some things from the fire. Anvil still holds, so I'm sure I can bang something out on it. You need anything, let me know. Give you a good price.
And now you have crafting available to you here, which is useful. It's not ideal. No choice is like very obvious. Oh yes, this is good. We'll go here. Need some sewing later. Yeah. Basically you run around and pick flowers a lot. It's kind of cool. Alright. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna bring up my quest log so you can see. And we're gonna do the side quest and then the contract. Because the side quest is kind of cool. Help find a guy's brother. But it's a little ways away. So let's get rich here.
Don't you look at me.
You ran up to me, kid. Oh, puddle. That makes sense. Now let's just run some people down. We'll be fine.
Kings do the fighting.
My gran told me about a Smith boy. Lad went missing one day, so folk had a winter song hunting the fire, started post-war
Save us some time. But you can also go on foot and gather things as you go, which is, you know, a thing. But the map also, the mini-map will also tell you where to go. You can also use your fast travel posts. I'll use those more later. In this kind of first early area, it's really honestly just about as fast with loading screens to ride.
Come on, Roach.
I'll have plenty of opportunities to kill drowners. And I hate them.
So, we'll look for Bastion later once it's safe.
Slower.
Why are we screaming? So, look very carefully at this guy's left hand. It's kind of important.
Do that often? Talk to your dog?
It's my brother's, Bastion's. But guess he's mine now.
Yeah,
See,
look at that left hand.
Bastion fought the Black Ones in a battle just outside the village. Haven't had word of him since. I told him, do like I did, lose a finger or two so they won't recruit you. Too damn afeard he was. Bloody hell.
So yeah, this guy was a draft dodger. He did it by cutting off his own fingers. And the character model actually is missing fingers, which is kind of neat.
I'd walk the battlefield if I were you.
I did. Sea of corpses. And corpsers, feeding. Someone told me they're afeard of fire, so I took a torch, tried to chase them off. Horse shite, I tell you. Would have ended up eaten alive if it weren't for Hussar here.
Good pup.
Listen, guessing you carry those swords for more than show. Come with me. Keep the ghouls off. Help me find Bastion and I'll pay you well.
He just wants to find his brother.
Fine, I'll help you. Just been a few days since the battle. Chances we find your brother alive are slim. Very slim.
I would have thought, but I want to find his body at least. So Bastion don't rot there in the sun with the Black Ones. Meet me on the hill overlooking the battlefield. We'll move on together from there.
Alright. Go ahead and do some gathering while we're here. And we'll get on Roach and follow him.
Come on, Roach.
Actually, we'll go ahead and drop down here. Those drowners. I hate them. I hate them so much. They're probably things. You'll notice these guys are level 3. They're still not bad. I will show you a cool thing though. These red barrels are like all red barrels in a video game. They will blow up. The main reason why I'm clearing out these drowners is I need the drowner brains for a potion later. Which is super gross. Cool, so I got a new sword, some moonstones, and some item diagrams and manuscript pages so I can make some stuff. Some boots, another diagram, and a decoction. Yeah, these little points of interest on the map where you've got little question marks are pretty useful. They usually have good stuff in them. The problem is now, I can't get back up. So I'm gonna run around until I can find a cut in. There we are. Can climb this and get back to the horse. Roach, meanwhile, has moved off the road and is eating her guts out.
Let's go!
She's a good horse. At least she's not on the roof.
Take it easy.
Yeah, actually, this is a good example because I'm willing to bet. You see this log here? Yeah. You can loot it, and you find a whole bunch of money. They almost all have money in them. And this is where we started the game. This is where we were camping. Right above the battlefield.
Run, Roach.
You can hear the dog. Here's Tiny. Howl.
You're here, good. Bastion... His body must be here somewhere.
Among countless others. Want to examine them one by one? Could take a while.
You needn't fret. The recruits from White Orchard painted a small flower on their shields so as to be able to spot each other in battle. There was just a few of them. We look for the flowers, we'll find Bastion quick.
No offense, but many a soldier's dropped his shield. Especially if he was on the losing side.
If we find the shield alone, Hussar will catch the scent and lead us to Bastion. Come on. Sooner we get this done, the better.
And yeah, welcome to the quest where you've got a giant area to search. And not a very
So
small
many corpses. And the war's just started.
There's a lot of loot here. Most of it is junk. But it is junk you can sell. You are not equipped to fight like this. Ghouls. Tasty. Okay. So we're looking for guys with an extra flower on the shield. Here's the dog. Basically, you're looking for the red highlights.
That him?
No. Doesn't look anything like him. Come on, Hussar! Can you smell Bastion, boy? Still nothing.
One over here.
That him?
No. Neighbour's son. Come on, Hussar! Can you smell Bastion, boy?
That him?
No. Neighbour's son.
Different dude, same dialogue option. Sure, I'll take your water.
Come on, Hussar! Can you smell Bastion, boy?
I always end up wandering around for too long. Yeah, there we go.
Skin's burned off. Might be hard to tell, I know, but could this be him?
Oh, yeah. Bastion was big, broad-shouldered. This one seems smaller, but maybe it's the fire did that.
But once you find
Found
him,
him! Hussar's caught his scent! Come on!
good cover. And you can just follow the dog's sound. He also leaves tracks, but
But there is more. My lieutenant demanded we defecate on command. Ballista bolts landing all around, and all he could say was, "A soldier with a full stomach will not step onto the battlefield." Now shit, that is an order. Can you believe it? The cretin.
Stop! You're killing me. My ribs. It hurts to laugh.
That needs a tourniquet. But first, want to explain what's going on here?
Bastian! Is he... Has this Nilfgaardian captured you?
No. He saved my life. I got a cut to my side, and then got hit in the head. Couldn't see anything. Rosin here found me as he crawled across the battlefield. His legs twisted. And so we were. Blind man leading a cripple. Found this place.
I'm taking you home. We need to see to these wounds.
I won't leave Rosin here. I'll own he'll die. And he can't go back to his own. He's deserted. They'll hang him.
And what if they find him with us? They'll hang us all, my Laisha included. No, the Blacken stays here.
Bastian only made it with the Black One's help. Maybe you ought to show him Nordlings aren't as barbarous as Nilfgaardians make us out to be.
Well, I could give him our pa's clothes, teach him to work the field. But that accent... Fine, I'll take him in. Thank you, Witcher. Your reward. And the gods protect you.
Okay, so we have completed a quest. Sure, we'll take some stuff. And later on, I'll show you guys there's actually a really cool thing where you can see him later. They did take him in. He's out working a farm. It's kind of cool. So, let's get back on Roach. And let's go ahead here. Let's do the contract. Devil by the Well. This is our first Wraith. Wraiths are jerks. But once you kind of get a little bit comfortable with some of the mechanics, they aren't too bad. They get a lot easier. Pretty much all of the wraiths have the same pattern. So, oh look, some wolves. You can fight from horseback, but it is terrible. No one enjoys it. It's a bad time.
Go, go!
And there are bandits up there that you can clear out, or, yeah, you can knock them off the ridge. That works too. There's one there. You can have a goblin.
Hey-ya!
Actually gonna go
something, but Tosley said he'd
down
not give
here
his dog
and pick
this
up
water.
one of the side
So
quests.
he thought this was rotten and sure to be poison.
So if you run along the riverbank, let's go this way.
Lost your key, ma'am?
No, not me key. Me pan. It always sat there empty, this hut. That is, till the night afore the battle. A man arrived, walked right in like 'twere his own. Standing at my window, peering at the goings-on. He was the right one, 'cause next I knew, there he was, coming my way. So, I grabbed me pan, for protection, see? But he just asks all polite, Gran, got any birch bark by chance? Lilac berries or even a few coals? Nay, says I. And you must be right daft to pester folk at night with such foolery. He says he ain't listening, just staring at me pan like a magpie at a copper. Lend it to me, Gran. I'll give it back come morn. He's right baffled for what's he doing, frying in the dark. But I've got a soft heart, so I gave it to him.
Interesting. What hafpened then?
Afore dawn, another rode up to the hut. But come on, only the first fella left. Locked the door, hopped on his horse, and that were all I saw of him, and me pan. 'Twere old, black with soot, not worth much, I suppose, but I've no other. Will you help me, dearie? Bring an old widower pan. I could never break down that door myself. And in truth, I'm afeard to go in any road. Such a stench wafting out. Methinks the other fellow, well, that he's lying there.
Never taken on a pan contract. Fine, I'll go in, look around. You should wait here, just in case.
So, yeah, we've got to find this old lady for Pan. So we can arc her or the door. There we go. Aiming isn't great. Now, the main reason why I took this quest, other than the amazing loot in here, is that there's actually a nod to the first games in here.
Explains the stench.
So if we look around, there's a little thing right here on the ground that we can examine. So...
Cracked monocle. Interesting.
What's that, dearie?
Nothing. Nothing.
Ah, you got caught talking to yourself. So the monocle is...
His throat. He was garroted. And some old scars. Kinda soldier might have.
But when I
neat.
gab to myself, they say I'm going barmy.
So yeah, that monocle belongs to a spy from the first two games that you can run into, and it's pretty neat. It's a nice little nod.
Documents, almost entirely burnt. A few pieces still legible.
Found the pan, have ye?
There was also some dialogue that was... There's a dialogue bit that was taken out of the end of the game, where if you pick up the monocle and the burned papers, you can have a conversation with another character. There is a mod that adds it back in.
The priceless frying pan. Scrubbed clean. Looks like the mystery man didn't need the pan so much as the soot off it to make ink, write letters.
Found the pan, have ye?
So yeah, you basically stumbled across a couple of spies, and you know one of them.
Here, your frying pan.
Mine? But mine were black with soot, and I could see myself in this one if I wanted. But them years are past.
It was the soot the man needed. He scraped it off to make ink. Must have had an urgent letter to write. Urgently burned some other documents too.
And And the other fellow?
Dead. Round up a few boys and bury him outside the village. Deep, so the necrophages don't dig him up. And take my advice. Don't mention this to the Nilfgaardians.
Hang about! You've earned a token of thanks. Here, sonny, for the road.
And she gives you some baked apples, which is nice. But it's a fun little side quest. Little nod to the previous games. Yeah, some baked apples and some apple juice and some bread. Gotta reach up. It's getting on to evening, and we want to do this next quest in the daytime. We'll talk to the contract giver, and then we'll meditate for a while until it's daylight again.
Greetings, good man. Having trouble with your well? That's what I read.
Aye. 'Tis haunted. Has been for a good 20 years.
20? So why'd you put out a notice just now?
'Cause earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle it's turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Felt dreadful ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a fever with drink. And not beer nor cider, but water. Clear, pure water. And where am I to get that if not from the well? But first, the ghost's got to be driven away. And it don't let any man near.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well, it's awful frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does it look like?
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
So, you can haggle. I'm not going to with this one because there's actually kind of a secondary reward option with this particular quest. But it is a good idea to haggle and get the price up a little bit, because otherwise you will be short on money later. In this case, if you don't haggle, when you turn in the contract once you've killed the monster, you get an option that actually is more profitable than the contract reward. So.
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now, no one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off, please.
So... I'm going to do a little bit of gathering in this field before I go up there, because I need some Arnaria. The rest of the ingredients I can find near the critter. Yeah, come on, Rich.
Go, go.
So we're gonna get close, and then I'll meditate until dawn. We'll be back in this area later for the main quest. So don't stress over it. Some deer. You're stupid and we'll run into you. Alright. So this is close enough. I'm gonna go over here. And yeah, just meditate until, yeah, right about noon. It is a noon wraith, after all. Okay, so now we've got some bright daylight. Let's go here. Found the marker for the abandoned village. Let's see what she's got about today.
The infamous well. Strange. No sign of a ghost. Maybe it only shows at a certain time of day.
I guess it's actually afternoon when you approach, but that's okay. Again, I'm just going to do a little bit of gathering. So yeah, you just sort of
Grass around the well scorched.
poke around. There's a pupper.
Bodies dried to a crisp. Signs of burns. All signs point to a noon wraith.
So yeah, you just sort of poke around. Well, I can hang around for another hour or so until she shows up and have a little mini battle but not be able to kill her. Or I can do the other part here and read the entry. Gotta refer back to your knowledge, I guess. So noon wraiths are specters. So you gotta find out some stuff, find out what they're vulnerable against: moon dust bombs, specter oil, and the Griffin sign. You can read about this one particularly. You don't get to see her yet until you kill her. Cool.
Something's tied the noon wraith to this place. An object. Something she needs before she'll leave this world.
So, I know where I need to go, but I'm gonna loot the other houses first. Just sort of poke around and find some stuff. This is actually pretty cool. All this broken stuff I can knock down. Which means I can loot these here. There's some good ingredients in here. And some junk that we'll sell later. Stealing all your dishes. Alright. What I was looking for wasn't there. Oh, it's raining. That's cool. Yeah. Gotta get some dog tallow. You can also get it by killing wolves or dogs. But it's the base for all of your, like, blade oils that make your swords do more damage to certain types of enemies. And there's a lot of it. There's some hides that we can sell. I'll get some money.
Journal. Might be useful.
Alright. So basically we have some history here. About 22 years ago. So remember it's 1272. This gal and her husband, like, we don't like you anymore, we're gonna do our own thing. We're no longer bound to the Lord. So we did some folk magic here. We gave her a bracelet, and we're starting her thing. And then, of course, the Lord came in and did horrible things to them.
That bracelet might be what ties the woman's spirit to this place. A man, stabbed with a knife, died on the spot. Animals fed on his body, picked his skeleton clean. More bloodstains over there. But it's not his blood. Bloodstains, barely visible. Someone was dragged this way. Someone who was still alive. Palm prints in blood. Small hands. A woman's. Someone dragged her out. She was wounded. Fought for her life.
There she is.
No body in sight, but might still find some tracks. Under the right conditions, bloodstains can remain visible for decades. Another print by the well.
I'm gonna go ahead and draw my sword and chase her off real quick.
A noon wraith. Wonder what it's doing here. Strange. She's not attacking.
If you get too close to her, however, she will. Do some damage to her. She fucks up. And this is winding wraiths. And all wraiths are pain. Those do much damage, and she goes.
She fled, but she'll be back tomorrow.
Incorporeal a lot.
Something's keeping her here.
So, we gotta find the thing.
Bloodstains, almost faded, but the line's taut. Something's not right.
Spelling error in the subtitles.
A corpse, hanged by the bucket rope. Woman the journal belonged to. Must be.
Yeah.
Wide pelvis, small jaw. A woman. Around 30, judging by the teeth. Left arm's missing. Need to cremate the remains. Gotta find the object that binds her to this place before I do, though. Was she wearing the bracelet from her husband? Might be why her arm fell off. Gotta jump down there. Hope I don't break my legs.
Yeah, so 90% of what Geralt does, 90% of the monsters are basically, this is what happens when you do horrible things to people and don't take care of your dead. So, well, we didn't break our legs, but now we're in the water. And there's stuff below us, so... Yep. I'm gonna dive down here. I have unlimited breath, so I don't care. There's stuff to loot down here, too. Alright, now that we have the bracelet, we have to find our way out.
Lucky not to come up empty-handed. A bracelet with an inscription. To Claire, from Volker. Bracelet must have belonged to the woman in the well. Lovely craftsmanship, but I'll have to burn it with the body to get rid of the noon wraith for good. Better do it near the well.
Water. Swimmy, swimmy. Swimmy, swimmy. Place to stop for a breath. The sound gets all muffled like it does when you're underwater. It's a nice touch.
Need to prepare for this fight. Brew some wraith oil. Drink some potions.
The fisherman's hut. While we're here. Got a pearl. Some money waiting to happen. So. This back closer to the village. So yeah, so this is your intro to alchemy and everything else. So let's go ahead and we'll make some spectre oil. What do I need? I need more Arenaria. I don't want to go track it down, but you can. I am going to see real quick if I have a better steel sword. I've got a potion that I can throw in an inventory slot. That's nice. I'm not going to use it. Yeah, so +4 on the steel on that steel sword, +7. Yeah. Let's swap that out. Cool. Got a bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of food. So you can put oils on blades, and they give you an edge. Because I don't want to track it down, we're just going to go ahead and burn the body.
And the bracelet. Igni. It worked.
So the biggest thing is the air because it keeps her from Come get me, ladies. And then she died.
She's gone. For good.
That is a much harder fight without using that sign. So get some stuff, got a mutagen, and a trophy. So now, she has a bag on her. Good roach. Okay. Ride back to town.
Cadmill Emporium.
Yeah, because it's raining, they'll huddle under trees. And shiver. It's cold.
Job done. The well was haunted by the ghost of a woman who was killed there. I drove it away.
I just hope every unburied wretch don't start haunting us. Well, that battlefield's gonna cause us a heap of trouble.
If they do, you know who to contact. Meanwhile, Claire, Volker. Names ring a bell?
I don't know him. Though I did hear our herbalist Tamira mention a Claire once. Same one, maybe? Your reward, Master Witcher. The gold I'd hid away for Mandy's dowry. Without you, she'd never have lived to wed. Now, let's hope for it, at least.
So you can take money, or...
At this point, doubt I'll ever marry. You keep the coin from Mandy, her wedding. Raise a toast to my health then.
Thank you, Master Witcher. Them's warm words, you've a good heart. But I can't let you go empty-handed. Take this, at least. For luck.
He gave you an amethyst, which sells for so much more than he would have given you. Alright. Let's look at our quests here. Done quite a bit. Let's go talk to Nilfgaard, sure. Why not? There's actually quite a bit that you can do in White Orchard. You can level up a couple of times. There's a bunch of monsters to kill, stuff to loot, things to find. I don't mind leaving here a little under-leveled, because we'll pick it up quick. And if you do all of the side quests, you end up hopelessly over-leveled for pretty much everything in Dublin. Well, that guy's asking for help. I guess I'll kill these drowners.
Show me what you got.
So much.
Freak.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's it, Roach.
Ask for my help and call me a freak. Peasants are jerks. I'll show you a cool thing here too. It's these pockets of like swamp gas. If you walk into them, he'll cough. Like, oh man, it's poisonous and bad. Yeah. They blow up. It's kind of cool. Yeah, come on, boys. There we go. Another side quest out here in the swamps that I am not going to do because it always bugs out, like always. It's basically a guy who claims to be a merchant who's like, hey, some monsters chased me off of my wagon, can you go get my stuff? And Geralt's like, sure, I'll go get your stuff. And he's like, here, I'll give you money. And sweet.
Hey there.
So you go out into the swamps and you find the wagon and you're like, monsters don't usually have bows and arrow. So you go back to him and you confront him and he runs away. He's a Temerian loyalist who's been living out in the woods and
Northern women, they
robbed the merchant. So it's a neat little side quest and kind of give him help.
Come on now.
The chase always bugs out and you end up in an infinite loading screen. You end up having to reload the game like 6 times. It's honestly not worth the hassle.
Military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
You're so bad at lying,
A
Geralt.
witcher? Captain Peter Sagwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
Huh. You black ones aren't so scary after all. Can even be nice if you want to.
Don't get accustomed, Nordling.
To the tower. Go.
Griffin is
Right. So, before we go up and talk to the garrison commander, I'm going to talk to the quartermaster. Sell some of my junk.
Dunno any.
So, out for a little walkie, eh? Counting the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep? Well, in the army, we've a place for nosy ramblers. The scaffold.
And thick-skulled quartermasters. They got a place.
You're clearly skilled at banter. And haggling? You got a knack for that as well?
So, we're going to sell him
Show me
some
what you're
stuff.
peddling.
Like that glyph. And those glyphs. And that glyph. And that glyph. I'm also going to go ahead and sell him these swords. I'm not going to sell the Witcher sword just because. And I'm going to sell the hunting boots because I don't like how they look. So. And yeah, so you can create stuff here. Crafting gets expensive, but you can buy what you need from the craftsman, and they'll tell you how expensive it's going to be to make something. Yep. So that's kind of an upgrade on our sword that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and buy what we need and craft myself a sword. I'm also going to go ahead and upgrade this. It looks just like what I'm wearing, but does give me a little bit more armor. I can't use that sword yet because it's over leveled for me. Requires level 2, but once I hit level 2 I'll be in good shape. Yeah, you can buy stuff from them. You can buy repair kits. You can buy crafting components. You can sell crafting components, which is what I'm going to do now to make up my losses, because we will find so many more. Yeah, pearls sell for about 40 crowns, and you can buy shells for about 2 crowns each. Yeah, that amethyst sells for 51 crowns. The reward for that quest, the max reward for that quest, is 40. Just gonna sell the stuff. I don't need it anymore. And you can go back to merchants and buy stuff back if you sell stuff that you didn't need to sell. So I think we're good there.
So long.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put on my new... Yeah, am I wearing my new one? Yeah, I am. Okay. So yeah, 30 armor. Not bad. So let's go talk.
How much grain will your village give?
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the Elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
So, like, the commentary on the politics of what's going on that's a rant for another day. But it is interesting that they tried to make it clear that, you know, these are just people and they're doing stuff because there's hierarchy and things are going on, and it's kind of interesting.
Very perceptive of you. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern! This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a Griffin in the area. Slay it. And then I shall see what I can do.
Why do you care about this Griffin?
Because I care about people. The beast has killed 10 already, including a few of my men. To hunt it, I would need to mobilize the entire garrison, comb the woods, organize a batu. Simply impossible.
Too big a hassle?
No. Too high a risk. I cannot disperse my forces. Temeria's army we have crushed, but its common folk remain, ready to answer a call to arms. So, as to this Griffin, I can sit on my hands, or hire a professional.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the Griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the Griffin has grown bold. Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
I'll need bait, a specific herb, buckthorn. Scent should lure the Griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this, but I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
Mm-hmm. Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Need more information about this Griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislav. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
Uh-huh.
Tamira and Mislav. Thanks.
Es sunt jakten.
Okay. So, we've got a couple of new quests here. I'm gonna take your meteorite ore.
Looking for trouble?
I won't even care. So this is kind of a good place to pause before we move on and start the process of tracking down the Griffin. I'm gonna go ahead and save my game, and we'll pick up from here in the next video. Thanks, guys.